The average Australian with $50,000 to invest will earn $7,500 less over 3 years by choosing the safe option instead of the right option. That's not me being dramatic. That's what the numbers actually show when you run the spreadsheet properly. And the worst part is most people don't run the spreadsheet at all. They just listen to their bank telling them high-yield savings is safe, or they listen to someone online telling them stocks are the future, and they never sit down and do the actual maths. Today we are doing that maths together. Right now, if you've got 50 grand and you're trying to decide between a high-yield savings account or a dividend stock portfolio, you're sitting on a decision that will cost you real money. Not $10. Real money. Let me ask you 3 quick questions. Answer yes or no. First, are you earning between $50,000 and $120,000 per year? Second, do you have $40,000 to $75,000 that you're not going to touch for at least 3 years? Third, are you tired of getting conflicting advice about where this money should actually go? If you said yes to all 3, this video is literally designed for you. Here's the decision you're actually making. It's not about risk. Both options are relatively safe. It's about which one generates more passive income in your specific tax bracket in Australia or New Zealand in 2024. Let's start with the first option. High-yield savings. The best high-yield savings accounts right now in Australia are paying between 4.5% and 5.35% depending on which bank you use. ING is at 5.35%, ME Bank is at 5.3%, Macquarie is at 5.25%. Let's use 5% as our baseline to keep the maths clean. If you put $50,000 into a 5% high-yield savings account, in year 1 you earn $2,500. Now here's where the banks stop talking and we start thinking. That $2,500 is taxable income. If you're earning between $50,000 and $120,000 per year, your marginal tax rate is 39% in Australia or 33% in New Zealand. Let's do Australia first. 39% tax on $2,500 means you owe $975 in tax on that interest. So your actual take-home from year 1 of high-yield savings is $1,525, not $2,500. Most people never do this calculation. The bank shows you the 5% number and stops there. By year 3, if your $50,000 stays in that 5% savings account, you've earned a total of $7,625 in interest before tax. After tax at 39%, you've kept $4,651. That's your actual passive income from the high-yield savings route. Now let's look at dividends. The second option is a diversified dividend stock portfolio. I'm talking about something simple here, not picking individual stocks. A portfolio of ASX 200 dividend stocks, or if you're in New Zealand, an NZX dividend fund. The average dividend yield on a well-constructed Australian dividend portfolio right now is between 3.5% and 4.2%. Let's use 4% for this comparison, because that's realistic if you're buying quality dividend pairs like major banks, utilities, and infrastructure stocks. Same $50,000 into a 4% dividend yield portfolio. Year 1 you earn $2,000 in dividends. But here's where dividends and savings interest diverge. Dividends get franking credits in Australia. That's the magic number nobody explains properly. When a company pays you a dividend, they've already paid tax on that profit. The franking credit is the government's way of saying the company already paid tax, so you don't pay the full rate twice. If those dividends are fully franked, your $2,000 dividend comes with a franking credit of about $857. That brings your total assessable income to $2,857. You pay 39% tax on that, which is $1,114. But you already got the $857 franking credit paid to you, so your actual cash outflow is only $257. Your take-home is $1,743. That's $218 more in your pocket in year 1 compared to high-yield savings, even though the dividend yield started lower at 4% versus 5%. But that's just year 1. Let's compound this. Over 3 years, assuming reinvested dividends and no capital growth, the high-yield savings account generates $4,651 in after-tax passive income. The dividend portfolio, with franking credits factored in, generates $5,229 in after-tax passive income. That's a $578 difference by year 3, or roughly $193 per month you'd miss out on if you chose savings over dividends. But here's where it gets really interesting. That's assuming zero capital growth on the dividend stocks. In reality, over any 3-year period, a diversified Australian dividend portfolio has historically grown at around 2% to 3% per year on top of the dividend yield. That's not a promise. That's historical data. If your $50,000 dividend portfolio grows at 2.5% per year in capital value, by year 3 you're not sitting on $50,000 anymore. You're sitting on $53,817. The passive income from dividends jumps to $5,890 after tax, plus you've got a capital gain sitting in there worth $3,817. So let me give you the real before and after. If you put $50,000 into high-yield savings at 5%, you have $50,000 still, plus $4,651 in after-tax passive income. Total, $54,651. If you put $50,000 into a dividend portfolio at 4% yield with 2.5% capital growth, you have $53,817 in capital value, plus $5,890 in after-tax dividends received, plus you haven't sold yet so you haven't paid capital gains tax. Total, $59,707 in real wealth. That's a $5,056 difference by year 3. Now I'm going to give you the caveat that makes this real. The dividend portfolio is more volatile. In year 1 or year 2, it might go down 10% and stress you out. The savings account will never go down. That emotional cost is real, and some people's sleep is worth the $5,000. But most people aren't sleeping well anyway because they're not earning anything on their $50,000. They're choosing safety and losing income at the same time. Let me give you 3 specific strategies based on your situation. Strategy 1. You've got $50,000, you're in a high tax bracket already, and you can't handle volatility at all. Split it. Put $30,000 into high-yield savings at 5%, and put $20,000 into a diversified dividend portfolio. You get $1,500 per year from the savings portion after tax. You get $713 per year from the dividend portion after tax, and you're getting nearly $2,200 per year in combined passive income. In 12 months, you've earned $2,213 in after-tax income. In 5 years at this combined rate with basic dividend reinvestment, you're looking at $11,065 in cumulative after-tax passive income from a $50,000 starting amount. Strategy 2. You've got $50,000 you're earning between $70,000 and $100,000 per year, and you can handle watching your money go up and down because you won't touch it for 3 years. Put the full $50,000 into a diversified ASX 200 dividend ETF like VAS or A200. You're targeting that 4% dividend yield with franking, which nets you about $1,743 per year after tax in the first year. By year 5 at the same rate, you're looking at $8,715 in cumulative passive income, not counting any capital growth. And if capital growth averages 2.5% annually, your $50,000 becomes roughly $56,700 in pure capital value by year 5, meaning your total wealth is about $65,415. Strategy 3. You've got $50,000 your lower income, and you're looking purely at tax efficiency. The savings account is actually better for you. At a 37% marginal tax rate, a 5% savings account gives you $3,050 per year after tax. The dividend portfolio at 4% with franking gives you about $1,900 per year after tax. The difference isn't as stark, but the savings account wins. Over 5 years at $3,050 per year average, you're looking at $15,250 in cumulative passive income. Now let me give you the compound projection that matters. If you're a middle income earner and you choose the dividend strategy, here's your path. Year 1, $1,743 after-tax passive income. Year 2 with reinvestment, roughly $1,800. Year 3, $1,900. By year 5, your cumulative after-tax passive income is $8,715 and your original $50,000 has become roughly $56,700 just from growth, putting you at about $65,415 in total wealth from a $50,000 starting point. Compare that to year 5 with high-yield savings. Your $50,000 stays $50,000 plus $15,250 in cumulative after-tax passive income, puts you at $65,250. So by year 5, they're nearly identical. But the dividend portfolio sets you up to make more money going forward because your capital base is bigger. The real win happens if you stay in the dividend portfolio for 10 years. That $50,000 becomes roughly $65,000 from growth alone, plus $17,400 in cumulative passive income, puts you at over $82,000. Compared to savings at 10 years, you're still at $50,000 plus $30,500 in passive income, at $80,500 total. The difference accelerates the longer you hold. At 15 years, dividends are at roughly $115,000 total wealth. Savings are at $97,500. That's an $18,000 gap created purely by choosing the better passive income vehicle at year zero. Now here's what you do today. First step, open a high-interest savings account if you don't have one. This takes 10 minutes. Go to ING or ME Bank and set up an account. Even if you end up choosing dividends, you need this as your foundation. Get that $50,000 out of whatever account it's in right now that's probably earning you 0.1%. Second step, open a brokerage account with a low-cost broker. In Australia, that's something like Superhero or CommSec. In New Zealand, it's Sharesies or Hatch. Again, 10 minutes. Don't put any money in yet. Just get the account open. Third step, download a spreadsheet or pull up a calculator and redo these numbers with your actual numbers. Your actual savings rate, your actual tax bracket, your actual risk tolerance. If you're seeing the dividend strategy wins for your situation, move $50,000 into a diversified ETF over the next week. Don't try to time it. Just move it. If you're seeing the savings strategy wins, move $50,000 into high-yield savings right now. If you're seeing the split strategy wins, split it. The worst choice is doing nothing while your money sits earning nothing. That's the video. Check the description for links to the ETFs and the savings accounts we mentioned. Drop a comment telling me which strategy you're going with and why. I read every single comment in the first 24 hours.